Hey guys, I'm going to show you a project I'm working on. This is my Oliver 66 wide front, and it is getting painted. I got a new engine rebuilt. The seat has been done. New gauges, stuff like that. Typical stuff you do on a restore. New alternator. I'm going with alternator instead of generator. I know it ain't original, but sometimes you just gotta make them operate a little bit better. So I'm gonna have my dad talk about the adventure we took to get that thing. Well, Dad, what did we go through to get this tractor? Where did we get it?
Hi YouTube. We had quite an adventure when we went to get this. My boy found it in Inwood, Canada.
Yep, Manitoba, which is a province that's above the North Dakota.
And we had to go around Winnipeg and quite a stretch north from there. And when we got close to where the tractor was, there were snakes everywhere. Thousands and thousands of snakes. And when we were on the north-south road, you'd see a few. But when we went to the east-west road, they were crossing it, heading to the snake pits in Canada. And there were snakes everywhere. And when you drive on them, a lot of them would pop because the tires would pressurize them and they had to blow somewhere. And there were snake guts all over the road.
Yeah, remember what the guy told us when we got there? On the turn?
We finally got to his yard. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, he told us later in fall that turn gets so bad that it gets slimy and people actually slide off the road.
Yep, and they get in a lot of accidents. It's worse than black ice with all the snake guts on the road.
I think if that was me and I would, slide off the road and tip over, I'd just kill myself because I couldn't take the snakes around me. Imagine that? Ugh.
So we got in the guy's yard. We saw at least 6 or 8 snakes just going up his driveway. They were all around the tractor. And the guy says, go and check it out. Go and check it out. And it's like, we ain't going by that tractor unless we can get up on top of it. And then didn't we take it for a ride?
Yeah, I drove it a little bit, but it's like I didn't want to get up off the drawbar.
No.
Like, if you could see the snakes.
There were snakes all over everything.
And the guy who lived there. I can't even believe how you could want to live there.
Anyways, we decided to buy it. Loaded it up and got it chained down. We started heading for home. We had to stop for gas, but up there everything's liters instead of gallons, so that was a little confusing.
Yeah, you're thinking you're getting a good deal. You're not.
But when you need fuel, you need fuel. Anyways, we got back to the border, try and get back in the United States from Canada. And the guy says, oh, you're going to have to pay a royalty to bring that Canadian goods into the USA. And I says, well, guys, I don't think so, because this tractor was built in Charles City, Iowa, and I can show you on the tag. And the guy said, you know what? You're right. That tractor's going home. So they couldn't charge us a royalty. So then we headed home. But I think our 2-day trip that we planned turned into 3. Because it was a long ways. And that first day we got through North Dakota. And then we found a motel. And then the next day we headed home for the next part of our trip. We got home. We got it unloaded. And Jeff went to pull it in the field a little bit and the back tire started leaking. So we had to put new rubber on the back. And was it a week later you took it to a tractor pull?
Yeah. All right. It was a little while later.
And with the new tires on the back, but we didn't know the engine was pretty weak. But he got a trophy. He got a trophy with it for the shortest jerk.
Yeah. I could show you the trophy.
Because he went the least amount of distance. And we didn't even know there was a trophy for that. So then we thought that thing's got to get rebuilt because it just was tired. So we rebuilt it over the winter in the basement, which is the only place where we had heat. And we put an oversized kit in it, so she's got power now.
Yep, so this is a project that I'm going to keep working on, and
But it's coming along.
originally it ran good, it just didn't have power. Once you needed power, it fell on its face. But it didn't smoke a lot. So I don't know if one cylinder was weak, or I don't know. I don't really know. I know one of them was slower compression, but
It was tired.
so this will be a factory wide front. It's got this exclusive to a 66, this that goes down here.
And it has the Saginaw steering, which makes it steer real easy.
I believe this front axle is the same as a 60 wide front, I believe. But then this would be different here. No, I think this is the same. Actually, yeah, it's a H part number, so it would be the same. H is the 60. It's a fly in here. I believe we went with a 3 5/8 kit for the engine size of the bore. I think the reason why is because I think when you go to like 3 3/4, because you do have that kit, then you got to start screwing around with bigger carb and crap like that.
Valve rotators,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
you might have to. So I didn't want to have to deal with that. I just wanted.
So we just went up one size.
It's gonna have plenty of power. This is gonna have the original underhood muffler. Lights are gonna be all active on it. I got the wiring harness here, a fuse block up here, new gauges and stuff. Only thing I really I'm missing on it is the center pedal here, and it's the bigger one for the, like the Supers would have, and it's so hard to find them. There's not many of them out there. I got the PTO redone here. That goes in nice. I believe wasn't the PTO shaft on here was stripped in the end on
Yep.
in the engine part. So I put a new shaft on, not a new one, but a good used one, and just changed out the clutch pack on it.
And the little, you still taping? And the little stub was broke off way up by the engine. So I had to come up with a system to get that stub out. So I used some PVC pipe, ran it all the way up there, and then I ran a magnet up the pipe so that it wouldn't grab on the sides of anything else being inside the pipe. I ran her way up to the front and it grabbed that stub and then I pulled it right out.
Yeah, that was before taking it apart and everything.
Because it had sheared off probably an inch of the shaft where the splines were.
Now this one is a 53. I can show you on the serial number plate. It's 35, which means it's 53. And if it's 4.5, it's 54. And so it's got the disc brakes. And if you're ever wondering how the lights are routed on these, they go right through here on the inside. It's clipped here, here, goes down this tube, and then goes behind this plate, and then comes up and then goes through the fender. So when I get the fenders done, I'll be running it up through here, and then it'll be clipped onto here, and then up through and into the lights. Now this tractor came with the original fender extenders, so they'll be getting those put back on.
But they work good for keeping the dust off you when it's dusty.
Yep. Here's the rear tires and wheels for it. They're sandblasted. I just gotta clean them up a little bit better and paint them, and then they'll be going back on.
Brand new rubber.
Yep, it had new rubber, you know, soon after we got it. I actually found the original documents, the original bill of sale, and then the ad for the tractor. Before I found these, we couldn't figure out exactly what year we went. We thought it was before 9/11 because we knew at some point after 9/11 they required passports for Canada. But I looked it up. It wasn't until 2009 that they required passports. So it took a while after 9/11, which was 2001. So we actually got this in 2002, September. So had it a little while.
So it was like a year after the towers went down.
Yep.
It's got a nice mechanical lift on it.
Yeah, I gotta get decals too for it, but this is gonna be a project. I'm gonna be ongoing project on YouTube. I'll give you part 1 and part 2, and take you along with the project as I go.
It does not have a pulley drive.
Nope, it came without the pulley drive, so that would be here if it had one, and the big gearbox here. This is how it came, and well, if you're not gonna run a belt pulley, not like them like this. Another thing about this tractor, it's got the super low speed rear end, because it is slow in first. So you definitely can tell that it's got that. So I just gotta, keep working on painting the stuff. I gotta get the front hubs painted. I think I picked up one of the bearings that I lost, and then obviously get the wheels done and the sheet metal, and then you're actually joining me here after I put a lot of work into it, so you're not seeing it from the start. But my next project, I'll start filming right away in the beginning, because I didn't start YouTube until quite a while after I started this. And this one does have this Saginaw gearbox, so it turns really easy. You can turn it with pretty much one finger. It turns. It's almost like it's got power steering.
Don't you have pictures of it when we first got it?
Yeah.
To kind of show like, here's what it looked like before we started?
Yeah, it actually didn't look bad. I'm not even sure if we should have painted it. It's one of those that, it's rusty here on the top, but then it's also got some nice original paint on it. So, it's one of those things where
It had character.
what do you do, But some other ones are easier to do because they're all completely rust. And we have quite a few of those that are just all rust. There's hardly any paint. Okay, so I put some gas in. Let's see if it'll start. I haven't started it in, I don't know,
Maybe another gas leak here.
maybe a year.
Crap, much is running out of the carburetor.
No. The float might be stuck open or something.
Yeah. I'd have to tap it. How can I catch that then? I don't know what's in this can.
That's just water. Water in the RV. Oh, I know the carb's got if you want it. There, she's running. Here, she got a little run time here. Definitely not enough to
I'll get it.
warm it up real good, but yeah, the carb was leaking gas. I don't know if the float was stuck down or something. I don't know, but I gotta take that off anyway and paint it. So I'll check it out when I do that. So what in the world would we drive to Canada for a tractor for? Crazy?
Nuts.
Nuts? Yeah, pretty much. You get bit by the Oliver bug, huh?
Yep. Gets in your blood. You bleed green.